Release the
triglycerides, What's cracking, guys? So today we're talking about the 5 biggest mistakes that I see people make when dieting, and let's get right into it. The first one is going to be relying on percentages. So I hear this all the time. People think if you have a certain percentage of carbs, fats, proteins, it's going to somehow make a huge difference in your results. And they point to studies that say, oh, if you take in 40% of your calories from fat rather than 20%, you have a higher testosterone level on average. Yes, maybe. But this isn't due to the actual percentage. It's due to the absolute amount. Your body does not know percentages. Honestly, it has no idea. It is responding to the absolute amount of carbs, fats, or protein. So don't think just because you have a certain percentage, you're going to get fantastic results. So if you hear any diet that is saying, oh, if it's 33% carbs, fats, and proteins each, you're going to get wildly different results. No, okay? That is just complete bullshit. And if anyone even says this, you can instantly identify that they are a hack. All right, number 2 is going to be not having enough protein at breakfast. So by now I've written hundreds of training plans and I've gotten a window into hundreds of people's lives. So I get their questionnaire back and I read just about their lives, about their lifestyle, about their sleep, their diet, their training, everything. And one thing I notice is that a lot of people aren't getting enough protein at breakfast. Lunch will be fine, dinner will be fine, but breakfast will be like a croissant, a bagel, and a piece of fruit. And so they might be getting in like 10 or 15 grams of protein. That is not enough. You want to be able to get to that 25 to 30 gram range to maximally stimulate muscle protein synthesis. Honestly, if you're just having a huge carb-heavy breakfast, you're better off not having breakfast because you're just spiking your blood sugar and you're not actually stimulating any kind of muscular growth. So if that's a goal of yours, or if fat loss is a goal, you're better off just not having that kind of breakfast. Switch to something with higher protein, with meat, with eggs. If you're a vegetarian, try to stick to higher protein options, tofu, beans, etc. If you're just pounding a bunch of starches and nothing else, that is not going to be good for fat loss and just for general health. Number 3 is going to be the weekend. Now, I see this all the time. People are strict Monday to Friday afternoon, but then once the weekend hits, all bets are off and they just eat anything and everything. This is often coupled with alcohol, and people often use it as an excuse. So they'll be strict during that first part of the week, and then once the weekend hits, they'll just eat anything and everything they want, and this is really not a good situation. And guess what? You can absolutely ruin a diet in about 2 hours. If you have a big appetite, if you eat calorie-dense foods, which people don't binge on broccoli and chicken breast, okay? They binge on high-fat, high-carb, low-satiating, low-fiber, low to moderately low protein, and they just pound a bunch of calories, and you would be astonished at how many calories some people can eat in just a few hours. If you have, let's say, a budget of 20,000 calories per week, and you're in a 500-calorie deficit the first few days, you can eat that back almost instantly. I mean, just one meal, if you go ham and if you're hungry and if you're in a deficit the first few days, your hunger is going to be up and your appetite is going to be up, and you can absolutely destroy your diet in just a few bad choices. And when you couple this with alcohol, first, it does stimulate appetite for a lot of people. Second, it inhibits your self-control for sure. And third, it really just makes the food go down easy. Like if you've ever been drunk and come home, you'll know that you can eat a ton of food. And so the answer is going to be, well, not drink. Another one is just leave a protein shake at home. So if you know you're going out, you know you're going to get back at like 2 or 3 in the morning, I realize that it happens, just brew yourself a nice tasty protein shake that you know is going to be there. It's going to make it easier to say no to all those kebabs. You can just say, oh, nope, I'm going home. I've got a date with a protein shake. You get home, you pound the protein shake. It'll also hydrate you, so you won't be as hungover, and that is going to reduce the calories as well as prevent catabolism. Okay, so that'll be a good tip to help prevent weekend binges. Number 4 is going to be calorie counting badly. So this is almost everyone who counts calories. Let's be serious. If you're counting calories and you're not doing it super strictly, it's probably not going to be effective. I've seen a lot of people who say, Geoff, I'm eating 1,000 calories per day, and then they'll actually send me pictures of what they're eating, and it'll be way more. It'll be like double or even triple what they thought. And they think they're in a small to moderate caloric deficit where it's actually a pretty sizable surplus. And then they're saying like thermodynamics is wrong, their metabolism is broken, the laws of the universe are not, they don't apply to them, or they have some kind of disease or low thyroid. I see this all the time, and people often worry about what doesn't matter. What matters is going to be your calories and tracking them accurately, if you decide to track. If you don't track, then it's okay, it's fine. Eat instinctively, make better choices. Lots of people don't count calories. But if you do count calories, be accurate and be honest, because without those two things, it is absolutely worthless. All right, number 5 is going to be calorically dense foods. Now, some foods are healthy and low in calories. Other foods are healthy and high in calories. And the same goes for unhealthy foods. Some foods are unhealthy and high in calories, but some foods are unhealthy and low in calories. What gets people into trouble, it's not the unhealthy foods. Most people know what foods are unhealthy. It's the foods that people think are healthy, but also are super high in calories. That is going to make it very easy to overeat. Take a can of peanut butter. A jar of peanut butter. Take a jar of peanut butter. That could have 3,000 or 4,000 calories. And I've eaten a whole jar in a sitting. And I've had clients, don't keep peanut butter in the house, okay? If peanut butter is a trigger food, yes, it's healthy, but it's also going to be, a few hundred calories for any kind of reasonable serving. So if you make a peanut butter sandwich that is like a thick, succulent, juicy, fat peanut butter sandwich, that is going to be like almost 1,000 calories. Just because the peanut butter, the amount of fat that it has, it's healthy fat, but it's still fat. And healthy fat will still make you fat. So, stuff like fatty fish as well, any kind of nuts, those are all going to be super high in calories, super high in fat. And if you're trying to diet to lose fat, how much fat you are taking in is absolutely important. So I think this whole healthy fat thing can get people into trouble because they say, oh, it's healthy and I can eat as much as I want. No, calories still matter. Number 6 is going to be delivery. So if you're ordering delivery a lot, often that food is going to be pretty unhealthy and pretty calorically dense. When was the last time you went to a restaurant and ordered chicken breast and broccoli? Or anything like very high protein, very low in overall calories? Not very often. In fact, I would say that most restaurants, they're not even going to have that food. They're going to load it up with butter, lard, fat, grease, stuff that is high calories but makes it taste amazing. They're running a business. They want people to come back and order again. And if they have, let's face it, shitty tasting food, they're going to go out of business, even if it's healthier. So if you want healthy food, you're going to have to go out of your way to get it or order it and be very specific with how you want it to be cooked. Some restaurants can do that. They can customize the food. Many cannot or will not. And, if you want to eat healthy, often you have to just do it yourself. You have to cook. So, plus it's very easy. It's too easy to order delivery. You just order it, and then within, half an hour or an hour, it's there and you eat it, and it's just too damn easy. We used to have to go out into the forest and hunt for squirrels or whatever. Or whatever. Maybe not squirrels, but whatever would be better than a squirrel. But my point is, it's too easy to get calories. So delete your delivery apps. It is going to be much better in the long term. Number 7 is going to be not prioritizing fiber. Fiber is super important for your gut health, as well as just keeping everything moving through your body. I think you know what I mean. And it's going to be very, very important for overall health, for controlling your blood sugar. And most people don't get enough fiber. In a study of an American high school, something like 99% of kids weren't getting enough fiber. I think it was 2 out of 700 or something were getting enough fiber. So safe to say that most people are not getting enough fiber, and it's really, really important for health. Again, fiber is not tasty. It's not delicious. It doesn't taste good. It doesn't make your food more delicious. It doesn't make it go down more easily. and you have to go out of your way to get in fiber. I would say a supplement like Metamucil. If you go to metamucil.com, you can use the code Geoff10 somewhere on the site. If it doesn't accept the code, send them an email, a few angry emails, and then hopefully, and then send me the screenshots of the emails, and then I'll deal with it on my end. So again, metamucil.com, code Geoff10. Fiber is really, really important, and again, send some angry emails. It's gonna help.
Release the
Metamucil. All right, that is all for today. Make sure to like the video somewhere around here. Bloop. Turn on the bell, the notifications, etc. And I will see you next time. Peace.